Hello everyone, this is a room tour. I want to show you what I have organized and what I've done with stuff. I moved into this space a year ago and it's a much smaller space than I was in before. So I needed to figure out how to reduce the amount of stuff I have, and tried to use up stuff, give stuff away, finish some projects, just generally try to get rid of some things to fit into the space. I had some time issues this past year. In fact, I've not been able to spend a lot of time at all doing anything that I wanted to do, and so reducing the amount of stuff I have didn't go as quickly as I would have liked. So I just want to give you an overall view of my room and what's going on. So this is the doorway into my room, and ultimately I do want a space that I can come into and be inspired. I want a space that I come into and want to make more stuff. I have in the past really liked clutter and been stimulated by a lot of things around me. But now that I'm in a smaller space, I find that I need things a little bit more simple. I need to be able to find stuff easily. And with my limited time to be able to do things, I don't want to be searching through boxes and stuff to find things, wasting my time looking for things, moving things, trying to get to things. I want to spend my time actually making stuff. So I have set up this room so that I can see things, locate them easily, quickly, be able to grab stuff and not have to move things around to get other things. So that is my ultimate, to have a room that I enjoy being in and to have a time efficient room to create in. Alright, so these shelves are full of supplies, my books that I have done, jars full of stuff, fancy things, things that are pretty that I like to look at that inspire me. I will get into that a little bit later. Over here is my cutting station and my two caddies full of supplies like paint, watercolors, pens, crayons, washi tape, inks, coffee for dyeing, my roller stamps, my handmade stamps, things that I use in art journaling. They're on caddies with wheels so that I can move them closer to my workstation if I'm using paints or whatever. This station I use for a rotary cutter to cut pages, pieces of paper, things like that. And I need it to be completely, I need to be able to get around this table for safety reasons. And so having these roller caddies that can move out of my way pretty easily and don't take up too much space is exactly what I need there. So I use this space a lot, and I have been trying to train myself not to set things on my cutting station, because then it takes time to move the stuff off so that I can use the cutting station. So that's been a hard one for me. It's a nice space to put something. So I've been trying not to do that. So over on this wall is my workstation. I've got the lights on. It's pretty dark in here. There's no overhead light. So I have lamps everywhere to put light into the space. And hopefully the camera is focusing well enough so that you can see the space. Let me move this chair out of the way. And my computer, garbage. There's stencils in this binder down here. This is my work area. My camera is here. It is attached to the wall so that when I'm wiggling the table, when I'm gluing or painting or doing whatever, I am not wiggling the camera and making everybody seasick. So that is important for me to have my working station on a wall. And also I have these caddies here. These caddies are against the wall as well. They hold all kinds of things that I use in my videos. Stamp pads, handmade stamps, staplers, inks, crayons, pens, pencils. I mean, all the things that I use a lot are right here, easy to grab. I don't have to get up while I'm working to go grab something and come back when I've got my hands full of paint or whatever, or glue. So it's very important for me, for my working situation, to be able to have all of this stuff easy to grab, easy to find. I can look up and see it. There's a lot of this stuff here that I don't use very often. I forget that I have. If I don't see it, I don't remember to use it. So I need to have things that are out in the open so I can see them and remember I have them and to use stuff. All right? Lots of stamp pads, lots of stamps, handmade stamps that I have made in here. My water for my glue brush, spray bottles. This caddy here holds scissors and pens and pencils, things that I use a lot. I have trained myself to put scissors back here while I'm working, and then I don't get those lost while I'm in the middle of a project underneath papers and whatever on my desk. So this is my working station. This is a 12-inch ruler. The station, the table is really not very big. So I really do have to keep organized while I'm making videos, while I'm doing whatever it is that I'm doing, because things get lost and it's hard to work on a space that's this small. So this is my gluing magazine, and this is the project that I was working on, and a little bit of collage fodder, and I don't have a whole lot of space to maneuver anything else around. So if you're ever wondering, you know, how big my space is, it looks much bigger in the videos. I do have to say, much bigger. My space is pretty small. All right. Over here are my rubber stamps, pens, pencils, stamp pads. I've got sponges and, you know, just, here's my heat tool, things, you know, my circle template. These are things that I use a little bit, not a ton. So they're in on the side here where I can grab them if I think I need something, but they're not in my way. Up here is my jars full of charms, buttons, beads. I like to keep things color coordinated. When I'm making a tassel or whatever, I can grab the blue stuff and make a tassel. I like the jars. I like to be able to see through everything and be able to find things quickly and not search for things and know where everything is. So I really like the jars for that kind of storage. I need to use some of that stuff up. Okay, so over here are my watercolors, fingernail polish, In the drawers are things like staples and spray bottles and spirograph. There's, just some tools in there that I know where they are. I've tried making labels for drawers and stuff. I tend to ignore labels for some reason. I don't really, when I'm looking for something, I'm a creature of habit. I put things in the same place every time, and I expect to find them in that space when I'm looking for it. All right? So labels doesn't really work for me. I really need to have things out in the open where I can see them. A lot of times I've got so much stuff, I don't even know what I have. I don't remember that I've got whatever. So over here is the closet. I have a box of vintage papers and things. This has not been opened all year. I'm going to have to wait for that. There's other projects in front of opening that box. Papers for book pages, and in the closet are the storage for collage fodders. These are my baskets that I used a lot, and I'm kind of going away from storing stuff. This is, when I moved into the smaller space, my mindset was I'm going to stop storing stuff. I'm going to use things up. I'm done buying containers to store stuff. Use it or lose it was my motto. And I just didn't have time to go ahead and use up as much as I wanted to. So I'm giving myself another year because I'm stuck here another year. I'm going to give myself another year. Hopefully time will be on my side this year and I'll be able to get some stuff done. So most of these containers have collage fodder, postage stamps, there's ribbons and lace in here, more postage stamps, collage fodder, all kinds of collage fodder. I'm not even sure what's in the boxes. This is not a good storage for me because I forget what is in the boxes. I need to be able to see stuff. So my ultimate goal is to get stuff out of the boxes. Here's glue. Up here, my binding threads and awls and stuff like that. More vintage papers, my sewing kits, yarn, stuff like that. I've got more cardstock, painted papers, stuff and storage over here. On this side, I've got paper punches, embossing stuff. I've got the toy box. I paint a lot with different items, and so those are all in here. My twinkling H2Os, more glues, more toy box stuff, my jelly plate. And over here, I've got storage for other things. Collage fodder, joss paper, envelopes. These are my artwork. I like my artwork around me. It inspires me to do more things. Inchies, jars full of tickets and beads. I do need to use a lot of that stuff up. Books that I've made. More books that I've made. This shelf is all full of things that I'm going to use for junk journaling. And that also is junk journal stuff. Envelopes, tags, ATCs, journaling cards, paper clips and binders and postcards and all kinds of stuff. Need to use it up. And more books that I've made. More jars, more books. My grandmother's pincushion, more collage fodder, book pages, cardboard for covers. In the caddies, I've got pens and pencils, scissors, punches, crayons, washi tape, coffee for dyeing. That one over there has my handmade roller stamps, some brushes, my paints, my inks, my sprays, things like that. So this is not everything that I have. This is also things that I need to use up, more pages for books. I've got tissue paper, newspaper, cardstock, scrapbook paper, all kinds of stuff. This is things that I need to use up. Books for covers, for making stuff. And this I would really like to have in my room. It is my miniature books. Just don't have any space for it right now. Would like to find space for it. And also down the way here are unfinished projects. All of this is unfinished projects. And I'm not even including all the things that I have that will be up for sale pretty soon. Those are all in the living room. Things that I'm trying to get rid of, projects that I'm working on are in the living room. My ultimate goal is to get all of this junk, all the unfinished projects, all the things that I use into this room. The problem is I start putting things all over the floor and then I can't move and I have to dig through things to get to other things, which wastes my time. If I have 15 minutes, I need to be able to come in and just do what I want to do and not spend the 15 minutes looking for the stuff to do what I want to do. So that's my ultimate. Get it all organized so I can not waste time finding things and to be inspired when I come into my room and enjoy just being in my room. So I hope this has given you guys some ideas what you can do. My ultimate thing is I'm stopping. I'm not going to store stuff anymore. I'm using it up, getting rid of it. And I'm tired of storing it. I'm going to use it. So, I hope this inspires you all. Thanks for watching.